Greetings of peace, everybody. My name is Rob Hotep, and I'm broadcasting on behalf of 13 Signs Astrology YouTube channel and on behalf of 13signsastrology.com. I thank you for watching this particular episode, and today I want to talk about the importance of cleaning your energy. See, things play out on an energetic level before they play out here. You see, everything that happens here in this physical reality, energy is responsible for it. Now, I know a lot of times people really can't understand energy because a lot of times we don't see energy, but energy is very much responsible for our world. Like if you think about electricity, you don't see electricity, but electricity is very much responsible for powering this world, for powering homes, for powering offices, for powering restaurants, things like that. So electricity is important when it comes to our reality and our existence. If it wasn't for electricity, we would literally go back into the cave days or whatever, because we don't have the world set up on another power source. Our power source is relying upon electricity at this particular time. So, and that's a particular energy. But see how that energy is so important? Like, see how basically something that you can't see, something that's unseen, shapes your reality. And if you start to really think about it and you start to trace back things that happen to you in your reality, if you notice, they always start from something that you can't see. You get into an argument with your girl, you end up locked up or something. How did this happen? This happened from a thought. You didn't have to argue with her. You could have left. You could have chosen another thought, but you decided to pick a thought and run with that thought, and then that thought ended up manifesting into a physical reality. So at first, that thought started off as basically like a frequency pattern, and something within you, because you were angry, resonated with that frequency pattern, so you decided to accept that thought and to claim that thought as yours, and you went out and did whatever you did, and you ended up in the situation that you ended up in. Now, it's not to knock people, for ended up in situations, but I'm explaining here that a lot of times things happen to us and they're pretty messed up. But we have to remember that though we look at things from a physical point of view, and though we're limited, some of us are limited to the physical, there's an energetic solution to everything that happens to you. Every single thing that happens to you. Do not play the victim. There's an energetic solution. And since we don't realize this because we've been religified, and we've been spooked out by religion, by Western religion, most of us, even those people in the East, have been spooked out by Western religion, which is younger, keep in mind, than the indigenous religions. So a lot of people don't believe that people can mess with you and create energies to bother you. See, people don't realize that. See, a lot of people don't know that, for instance, a person can create a particular being or particular frequency that could follow you around. Basically like a stalker, but it's on an energetic level that could follow you around and basically can essentially manipulate your reality. See, there are magicians out here that can create these things, and regardless to if you believe in them or not, they are still real. That's what people fail to realize. It's just like a tiger. Regardless if you believe that a tiger exists or not, it doesn't take away the fact that tigers are real. And it's the same way with people creating magical energy patterns and frequencies and sending them at people. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Just because you can't see it does not mean it's not real. So you have to protect yourself. And I always talk about psychic self-defense, and there's crystals that you can use and things like that. But to really protect yourself fully, you must first cleanse yourself. If you want your rituals to work fully, you must first cleanse yourself. A lot of people, like, we do our rituals and things like that, but we don't realize that when you work rituals, you're working in the energy, you're working in another dimension. You're working with energy. You're using symbols to manifest a particular reality for yourself. That's what you're doing when you're working a ritual, and it takes chi to do this. Like, the more chi you have, the more, I guess you could say, the better the results will be as far as your rituals and as far as your magic. So you have to have the right type of chi. Your chi has to be pure. Chi has to be pure, and the only way to have pure chi is to cleanse yourself. You have to spiritually cleanse yourself. And spiritually cleansing yourself is just like cleansing your inner body. Like, say for instance, if you were to do a body detox. Say for instance, if you were to clean your apartment. You clean your apartment, you clean your inner body, you wash your body every day. You wash your face, you wash your hair, You know what I'm saying? So why not wash your energetic body? Why not wash your psychic body? Why not wash your mental body? Why not wash your spiritual body? Like, why not wash all these different layers, your etheric body? All these different layers are responsible for attracting certain things into your reality. So it's important that you're clean on every single level so that you can check the things that are coming to your reality. Because everything that is happening to you and is coming at you based upon your energy. It's based upon the frequency that you're resonating with. So you have to upgrade your frequency. That's what we have to do. We have to upgrade our frequency. The only way to do that is to become light again. Like when I say up, this means to become light, because to become light is dealing with levity. So when you deal with levity, this means to become light. If you want to basically become light by upgrading your frequency, by cleaning your energetic bodies, this is how you do it. And when you do a spiritual cleanse, one thing you're going to realize is that you become light. Like any type of spiritual cleanse, you become light. You feel like you're floating. You feel like you're floating or whatever. And that's because that's normally how you're supposed to feel. But a lot of us, we're way down here in this matrix. And we're way down and caught up into the matters and the cares of the world. The matters of the world. The cares of the world. Get it? You know what I'm saying? Like, we are caught up into what matters to us. And the only thing we do is basically think about what we care about. That's all we do, is think about what we care about. You know what I'm saying? And that's weighing us down. And most of what we care about and what matters to us is what's going on in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what's really going on, like, with us, and that causes you to become heavy over time. The more physical reality becomes real to you in your mind, that causes you to become heavy, and that causes you to become stuck in a certain frequency. The more physical reality is an illusion to you, the more you can weave in. The more you can weave in and become an illusionist and a shapeshifter and weave in and out of reality. That's what it's all about. But the only way to really do this is to become light. You can't have any burdens or anything weighing down on you. So you have various different bodies to cleanse. And the best way to cleanse these bodies is through what's called a spiritual bath. And I have a really great spiritual bath that I offer on my website now. This is something that I've been offering to clients for over a year now. But I mean, I'm just now offering it, you know what I'm saying, on the website, like, publicly. So, you know, just to let everybody know, I do have a really good spiritual bath. Now, the story behind how I got the spiritual bath is interesting. I'm going to go ahead and tell this story. But, you know, in my past, it's in my chart, but I had a lot of issues with women. I'm going to keep it real. I had a lot of issues with women. And my issues with women, it was in my 20s, was because I was very immature. I really take accountability for most of my issues with women. I was very immature, just a really immature guy, and I got myself into some trouble one time. My immaturity, I guess, got the best of me, because I kind of got immature with this one particular female, and I guess she didn't take it too lightly, so she decided to put roots on me. And I didn't realize, at the time, that she had put roots on me. I mean, I knew about people getting spells put on them and stuff like that, but I didn't realize she put roots on me. So she decided to put roots on me or whatever, and I'm like, wow. Like, I didn't know this at the time, but I ended up going to a psychic, and the psychic told me about it. It was so clear. The psychic explained to me how the female looked and everything. And I guess she was looking into my aura, because psychics, I'm going to do a video on, like, what to look for in psychics and how psychics read you or whatever, to kind of like help people to understand what's going on when you go to see psychics or whatever. But yeah, she must have seen this in my aura, and she was like, basically, old girl put a spell on you. She put a spell on you, and basically she was really angry at you for, you know, some things that you did to her. And basically, I'll be real. I'll go ahead and keep it real on this YouTube channel and go ahead and break down exactly what I did to the particular female. But I was a very angry person. And at the time, I kind of like was arguing with the female a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, put a lot of anger and things like that into the female. So I guess the anger that I was putting into her, she basically dished that back at me and put a spell on me. So, and you know, everything happens for a reason, and I'm glad that I'm into astrology, because I looked at my natal chart and I realized that was something that had to happen to me. That was karma. That was past life karma. That spell had to be put on me. So that was just something that had to happen to me. So I was upset about it, but looking back on it, I don't play the victim role anymore. So the psychic, she helped me to get the spell removed from me. She did help me to get the spell removed, and the spell that she gave me is the spell that I have on my website, which is the spiritual bath. And like I said, this spell, she was a Native American shaman or whatever, and she said that this spell was passed down to her from someone else or whatever. So this spell has been passed down, not spell, but this ritual or this cleanse, excuse me, has been passed down from generation to generation, and it's indigenous of the Americas or whatever. So it's a really good cleanse. I've tried it. I do it all the time. I mean, I have clients out there like that could probably bear me witness, certain clients that I've given it to and that have actually tried it. It really works. It really works, and it's a straight up energetic cleanse, and you'll be feeling like you're 16 years old again, like after you do it. I mean, and it's really the only way to protect yourself. So really the only way to protect yourself. I mean, I've been doing this ritual I do it like at least once a week. I mean, and it's like I have to do it because, you know what I'm saying, like I know it's a lot of people that put a lot of negative energy into me, so I have to keep a bubble around myself of positivity. And I mean, I'm telling you guys, like if you keep this bubble of positivity around you and like really work on yourself and work on building yourself up, like as far as on a spiritual level and with positive energy, it doesn't matter if people are putting spells on you. It doesn't matter if you think your family members are casting spells on you or whatever you think is going on or whatever. It doesn't matter, because if you're dealing in positivity and dealing in love and you keeping yourself clean and cleansed, your frequency is too high for them. See, all low magic like spells and people trying to fuck people up and put shit on them and roots and love spells and all this stuff that women and men do alike. I mean, some people go to other shamans and pay shamans to put stuff on other people. What they fail to realize is that stuff doesn't work unless that person that you're putting a spell on is vibrating on that particular frequency. Because when you're putting a spell on somebody, what you're doing is you're creating like an entity, pretty much. You're creating an intelligent entity, and you're sending it at that person, but it has to be something within that person's aura to resonate with that entity in order for that entity to be accepted into that person's aura. So if that person is really vibrating high, a really positive person, it doesn't matter what you do to them. It's not going to work. The spell's not going to work on them. And this is how a lot of like the real high spiritual masters, like on the 5th and 6th dimension, the real high spiritual masters, they don't worry about nobody putting spells on them. I'm going to do a video talking about even dealing with dimensional witches and how there's witches and wizards even on other dimensions putting spells on other aliens and ETs and things like that too. So there are dimensional wizards and witches, but most of those dimensional wizards and witches only exist on certain dimensions. Like once you get so high, you can't use low magic. Like you can't use like the magic of lust, because that's basically what low magic is dealing with the magic of lust, or the magic of what we call devil, but it's an acronym for devil, which is desire, envy, violence, ignorance, and lust. So that's what they use. They use the devil, but not the devil in the sense of religion, but the acronym for the devil, which I just gave you. They use those particular energies in low magic. That's what you're using. You're using the devil, those particular low energy. But if somebody is vibrating over those energies, if they're not lusting, they don't really have any desires, they're not ignorant because they have knowledge. And if they're a loving, peaceful person, so they're not violent, you can't really get them on any level, because low magic deals with getting people to argue. I mean, you have people that work candle magic out there. They're like, I call them fire witches. Like, there are women out there that work candle magic on people. So it's a lot of witches, it's a lot of spells and stuff like that going on in the spiritual realm. And it's not to scare you, it's real. Like I said, you don't have to believe in this for people to put spells on you. I mean, it's happened to many people. You don't have to believe in this for people to put spells on you, but you want to protect yourself. That's the main thing. You want to cleanse yourself. So that's what, you know what I'm saying, like spiritual cleansing is all about. Now, I mean, this stuff is real. Like, I met this one Ghanaian brother one time, brother from Ghana, and his sister, right, straight up Christian from Ghana or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and somebody put a spell on her, and she was an intelligent Christian. I mean, like, intelligent woman, you know what I'm saying, intelligent Ghanaian Christian woman, and somebody put a spell on her. She had a master's degree. Somebody put a spell on her and took control of her mind through certain dark arts, or what you would call certain dark arts. I mean, I don't call them dark arts, but basically low magic, using low magic. Put a spell on her, and this girl forgot how to talk. She basically was aging backwards into almost being a kid again. She forgot how to talk. She had to take a leave of absence on her job, and they had to send her back to Ghana to get the spell removed. You see, it's like they had to go. They couldn't go to church and get the spell removed. You know what I'm saying? Like, they couldn't just speak in tongues and get this spell removed. You couldn't just ask Jesus to get to remove this one. And I'm not knocking your religion. It's not that. It's just that there are entities out there that are much older than Jesus. Jesus' name can work on certain spells. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't, because the Catholics definitely know about laying hands and doing stuff in the name of Jesus to get certain spells to work. But sometimes you have to use other sacred names, higher names that are much older than Jesus to heal and cleanse certain negative low magic that is being put on you. And having faith and all of that type of stuff, and belief is not going to stop anything. It's not going to stop people from putting spells on you. It's not going to stop the spells from even resonating with your energy, because if you're eating unhealthy and your energy is low in any kind of way, the spell can work. You have to eat healthy. You have to be vibrating really high for to be able to just be like, I'm not worried about nobody putting spells on me. I'm good. The only way you could be like that is if you're vibrating so high to where you got your house protected by obsidian, you soaking into hematite, like every night as far as doing your spiritual baths. I mean, you just vibrating high. You eating healthy. You eating no alkaline or vegan diet to where it's no demons that can attach themselves to you. Because I did a video called Demons, and I talk about how demons attach themselves to your chakras. And in order for spells to work, you have to already have had demons to keep your vibration on a certain level. And what happens is that these demons accept the frequency or the spell, which is a frequency that's sent out. Like when somebody puts a spell on you, that's a frequency. And the demons, if it's demons within you, they accept it. Or you attract it, and they accept it, and then you take on the spell. So that's how the spell works. But luckily, I don't care even if somebody put a spell on you in a past life, because believe it or not, somebody can put a spell on you in a past life, and that can carry over into even this life. But don't believe it or not. Like if somebody put a spell on you in a past life, that can carry over in this life. And I'm laughing, and I know people are like, this isn't funny. Like, what if somebody really put a spell on me? I know it's not funny, but I'm laughing because a lot of people are going to watch this video already know. And they're going to be like religious and stuff like that. And they're going to be like, man, you don't need no spiritual bath. All you need is God. All you need is Jesus and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, seriously, like, you don't have to believe in this in order for rituals and spells to be put on you. You don't have to believe in the occult in order for the stuff to work on you. I'm telling you, there are accounts out there. You need to do your research of people that have had stuff put on them and didn't even realize it. I mean, and a lot of times it's subtle. Like, when I say spells, don't think of the extreme case like where somebody can't speak. I mean, that's an extreme case. There are subtle spells, like spells that keep you broke, spells that make you and your spouse argue all the time, spells that make people to submit to your authority or to make you a submissive person. There's subtle spells. You might not realize, like, why am I so passive? How come I can't assert myself? Maybe somebody's putting a spell on you. I mean, sometimes parents put spells on their children to keep their children under control. You don't know what your parents knew. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to make people suspect. I'm just saying cleanse yourself. So that way it doesn't matter who it was. If you cleanse yourself, it doesn't matter. You clean. To cleanse yourself is kind of like a form of baptism. See, the baptism that the Christians got and that they use, they got that from the occult, of course, like everything else. They got that from Kemet, from Tamaray. And they had spiritual baths and spiritual cleansings, or what you would call a baptism. If you look up the term baptism, baptism means to transform into something new, to renew. So you have to be baptized or renewed on a consistent basis. You have to renew your energy. Like when they dunk your head up under the water in the baptism, all of that's symbolic. The head is the crown chakra. That's where most of your energy that comes in from the universe through your crown chakra. That's where you get light code transmissions from, through the crown chakra, and information is sent back out through the crown chakra. So, I mean, information is always being exchanged and downloaded and uploaded and downloaded from your crown chakra, so that needs to be clean. That's your head. So any psychic or any shaman will know what the head is. The head is important. That's your head. You know what I'm saying? If your crown ain't right, you ain't right. So cleanse yourself. Cleanse yourself. I have really good spiritual cleanses, like I said, on my website. I'm sure there's other spiritual cleanses out there. You can Google them. They have some free spiritual cleanses probably even out there. Like I said, the one that I have is a very ancient one that was actually passed down to me from, like I said, a psychic that I went to, and I was given permission to pass this on. And it's in the form of a bath or whatever. It's a really nice spiritual bath, and you get a sacred name that's a sacred ancient name that will murder and slay any type of demon. It's called a banishing name. You will banish any type of entity that's on you. So it's a lot to the ritual. Get a sacred name, a word of power, because you need tone. You need frequency and vibration to defeat a frequency and vibration. So if something is on you, it's like a virus on an energetic level. You need a higher frequency and vibration to kill it. You see, you have to destroy a virus in order to heal. You have to destroy it to heal. It's the same thing. You need a frequency to destroy the demon that's on you so that you can get your money. Some people have money waiting on them, and they have blockages because of energetic blockages, because of spells, or even spells that you may have put on yourself that is on them and that's blocking them. You know what I'm saying? And money is waiting on them, love is waiting on them, but they can't get it because of past life karma, spiritual blockages, just stuff going on period in the matrix, and we aren't conscious because religion doesn't teach us these things. Like, religion doesn't teach you to cleanse your different bodies. So that's what you need the ritual for. That's what I'm going to keep saying that over and over again. Like, Religion, don't let religion block you from cleansing yourself spiritually. If you want to be religious and you're in a religion, you're a Christian, a Muslim, or a Jew or something like that, that's cool. But you still need to cleanse. Or Hebrew or something like that, you still need to cleanse. I know you're like, but I got baptized, brother. I'm good. Like, I got baptized in the name of Jesus. I mean, no. See, what's in this bath that I do, see, you are cleansed on every level. See, there's components to there are physical components that resonate with different energetic parts of your aura. Like, you have the psychic body, the etheric body, the mental body, the spiritual body, the soul body. You have 7 different bodies, right? And there's different symbols and different items that resonate with different parts and different layers of those bodies. So you have to cleanse all of those bodies. And the pastors and the churches, they don't have this ritual. Like, even in the baptism ritual, it is a baptism, and they chant over you, they pray over you, and I'm sure it can heal you to a certain degree, but it's not going to heal all your bodies, because they're religious. You got to keep that in mind. These people are religious, so they're limited. They're linear. They're limited to what they were taught in seminary school. You know what I'm saying? They don't teach you about the different bodies. They only go so far. It's really 9 different bodies, actually. But, you know, that's for initiates only. But it's 7 different bodies, you know what I'm saying? And you have to cleanse yourself on all those levels. And in this ritual that I have, you cleansed on every single level. So you cleansing all the way down. Then you do your full body detox. And you clean yourself physically, and you're good. You're going to look young again. You're going to look like you're 16 years old. You're going to age backwards. You're going to get your money and the things that's waiting on you. Your health is going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit is going to be okay. You're not going to be depressed anymore. A lot of people are depressed because they have spells on them. This stuff is real. Like, people don't realize people perform magic all the time. It's just, you either in the know or you aren't. So that's going to do it for me. For more information, I ask that you visit my website. And until we meet again, I'll leave you all in peace.